Hi!
Asa!
After a week off, we are back, motherfuckers, with a vengeance.
Yeah.
We are Decided Podcast. I am Kieran.
Can't remember.
He's Rob.
Oh, that's the one.
There you go. That's what we're here for. And welcome to Decided Podcast number 17.
Ba-da-boom!
Bam, 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 bam.
Getting close now.
I know.
Close.
What, to the big 2-0?
The big 2-0.
Oh, God. So,
God.
Today we bring you the vast amount of news over the last 2 weeks. We bring you the topic of a brief history of ... Alter Bridge. We'll be doing these now and again, the brief histories of ... and this week, well, the first band is Alter Bridge, so why not?
We'll be doing these every now and then, and that's basically, chest bump and titties.
Yeah.
Woo! Look at it! Love that shit. Love that shit.
Hi, Gareth Pavey.
Hi.
And we will also be bringing you our review of Royal Blood.
That's all, folks.
Royal Blood by Royal Blood. It always starts off chaotic. And then the end of the semi-finals in Decisive Tournament. And that is My Chemical Romance versus Pantera. 4 topics.
Craziness,
Okay.
fucking craziness, mates.
So,
We are going to blow the shit off of this party.
the news. The news!
Where would you like to start, sir?
Start with a happier one.
Okay.
Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny 2.
Fuck yeah!
Oh my goodness, I am
so
ready.
fucking ready for that shit.
Because you know that with a new film means a new album.
Potentially.
Well,
Potentially.
surely
I would like to think so.
There'll be new songs in the albums. New songs in the film, which will be the album, just like Pick of Destiny. Surely, unless it's just rehash songs.
Or unless Jack Black's just like, I need to make some money.
They need to pick up after the third album, which is Dire. Rise of the Phoenix.
Oh, okay. That goes to show. I don't even think I've listened to it.
Don't waste your time.
Sick.
So yeah, great news. Very happy about that.
Yes, the film, despite any up and downs with their music career, the films are always fucking great.
Stop being an asshole.
An asshole, stop.
So, next up, Dr. Richard Snellgrove went to court on Friday, May 11th,
Yes.
after writing prescriptions of fentanyl and other prescription drugs that were not needed and could have led to the death of Three Doors Down guitarist Matt Roberts, who died in August 2016 from a drug overdose, funny enough. Not funny at all, but you know what I mean. Links to the story. So that is that.
I mean, that's fucked up. Why is that only just getting picked up now?
I don't know. Wasn't it a while after Michael Jackson died that the doctor was in court?
Mate, the fuck?
Yeah.
So is he being charged now, sorry, or what? Where are we at with that?
No update. You went to court on Friday and that's the latest I've seen of it.
Right, okay.
I
I mean, that's just fucked up.
It is fucked up.
That is massively fucked up.
The former Murder Dolls and Dope member, and at the time, just before, current Pretty Boy Floyd member, has died. Ben Graves died after an 11-month battle with cancer.
Yeah, man. I obviously read the article after you'd sent it over. That's fucked up.
Yeah, shame.
Yeah, massively. Fair play, though. 11 months is a fucking long time to go, like, full-blown battle with cancer. Most people probably wouldn't necessarily. If it, obviously, depending on the stage of it and stuff and the severity of it and how late he caught it / early or whatever, that most people that catch it at the wrong time, they're not going to last that long. So fair fucking play.
Yeah,
It's a fighter right there.
absolutely.
Fair
So,
play. Sad, but
yes, it is sad, of course. We have 2 Baby Metal related stories.
yarp.
So, Baby Matul, Baby Metal has created their own record label. Entitled Baby Metal Records. Very creative. And
Original as fuck.
yes, and this is in cooperation with 5B Artist Management, who manage such bands as Slipknot and Megadeth. So quite big.
Fuck.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
Very.
On keeping with Baby Metal, so there's a lot of backlash recently. So they recently started the US tour, and one of the members, U Metal or UE Metal, one of the girls,
Yeah.
she did not appear at the shows. Now, at the end of last year, they were on tour, and she missed a few shows because she was ill. So everyone thought, oh, she'll be back for the next tour, which is the USA tour going on now. She wasn't back, and Baby Metal said nothing about it. So fans were a bit crazy about it. A bit like, where the fuck is she, kind of thing. We want her back. And it took them a few days to reply. Alex Seller is watching.
Solid.
On to you. And
Just at the right time. Baby Metal.
yeah, we're talking about Baby Metal, actually. That is a good time for you to arrive. And but they finally replied, and the band said she won't be on the current US tour, but she is still a member of the band. We're just going through a new story slash. Yes, a story slash narrative. That's what I'm looking for.
Fuck. The suspense.
Journalist.
Fuck.
Yeah, so going for a new story slash narrative, and she will be back at some point. So obviously they're doing a little story, and she's going to come back.
Crazy.
Making two.
You put your lighter in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. I have.
Nice one.
So yeah, that's the Baby Metal news.
So what are we taking from that? Do you think that she's kind of sick and has said, like, look, why don't you guys go and do this?
I think maybe she's asked for an extended break and they've accepted it. So they've decided, well, let's make a story out of this. And they weren't going to tell the fans until the massive outrage and backlash.
Okay.
So they were going to go, oh, she's back. This is the story. She's like a vampire or some bullshit. And to finish off our news, on local news, as well as, well, worldwide for music, is the Hacktivist debacle.
The craziness.
Bloody bullshit.
Some fucking madness.
So, Hacktivist announced yesterday that they've cancelled their hometown Milton Keynes show, repping MK. And the reason for that is because it was, well, so there was three, the guitarist Timothy James has now left, was leaving, and his last three shows were going to be Switzerland, MK, Milton Keynes, and Camden Rocks in June. Now,
Camden Rocks was already cancelled before this point.
No. That's still going ahead.
Right.
But, so, basically, I believe behind the scenes they had already they decided between Timothy and the rest of the band that he wasn't going to play Camden Rocks, but they'll continue with their new guitarist. Right? And MK will be his last show. But they never announced that specifically.
I mean, how pissed would you be if you bought a ticket to that Camden show thinking, I need to go and see Tim play last time then? And
yeah.
That's a bit annoying.
Well cheeky, mate.
I'm not sure how refunds are going to work for that, but for the MK show that has been cancelled, they are offering refunds.
Yeah, straight up.
Because it's fully cancelled. Now, so basically, the band posted this quote, although I've changed it today rather than we, because I'm talking about them. So, although they wanted Timothy's departure from the band to be professional as possible, these things are now not always as easy as they would like. Complications began to arise, and we decided it would be more difficult than they decided. Sorry, that'd be more difficult than they imagined to perform together, knowing that things have not changed. Now changed. I can't read my own writing.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So, yeah, Timothy effectively has been kicked out of the band rather than him leaving now.
Do we think that's the way it is, or is it like a mutual, just like, I'm out?
This is... Okay, probably a mutual I'm out, maybe, but it, by the looks of things, it definitely didn't go down well. It wasn't the right way. So there was like a little video Hacktivist released last week, I think, from the Switzerland show. And there's no Timothy in the footage.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if he either wasn't there and they used backing guitars, but I doubt that. Or they're just like, let's just not put Timothy in the video.
Or he could have potentially opted out of being in the video. I don't see why he would, because he's still continuing with music, he's still raising his profile, he still wants to be in the limelight, so...
Still to have a good video there, yeah.
It's hard to imagine at this stage, but it's possible.
It is possible. I think it's gone down...
Can't rest it as a possibility anyway.
No. I think it's gone down badly, to be honest.
I'm getting that vibe.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting that vibe.
Which is a shame, because Timothy is my favourite member. I'm friends with a favourite band member. I say friends, I've met them a few times and I've got them on Facebook and I chat to them now and again.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't go and hang out per se very often. But I still class them as friends, and that's with Josh, with Timothy, with Ben, who you already left, and with Richard, the drummer.
Yeah, he's sick.
But Timothy was my favourite member because his vocals are fucking brilliant and his guitar works great.
He's just madly seasoned at what he does. Guitar work's always great. And he's just like consummate professional.
Yeah, I'll go
Pretty
there.
much, yeah. I mean, he's got the media side of things down as well. He can
Yeah.
do all that shit. So, I mean, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine doing whatever the fuck he does. It's just...
He's got a new band coming. I think they're called Opia.
Yes.
I might be wrong in the name.
No, I think you're right.
Good. I hope so. I like being right.
Sick. But yeah, I've heard a snippet of their stuff. Sounds more like what I would choose to listen to. So yeah, awesome. It's going to be good.
Excellent.
I see good things in the future. But it is still a bit fucking weird and a bit shit that
Yeah, I agree.
I wondered what that was then, I'm not going to lie.
Oh no, it's not me yet.
Yeah.
There's still time.
Right, okay. Yeah, this is true.
So that is the news.
Wow.
Invigorating stuff.
Yeah. Massively.
So, on to our topic, I guess.
Yeah.
Brief history of Alter Bridge.
Which is going to be very brief for me, but this is why this is going to be...
Educational as fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
Which,
So,
to be fair, just to point out, we did kind of clarify that at the very beginning. That a lot of the inspiration for us doing this is that it's going to be educational for both of
Absolutely.
us. So I've already shown you things that you didn't sort of know about.
Entirely.
And, yeah, and...
we like sharing here.
Love it.
On a platter. So, Alter Bridge formed in 2004.
That's actually later than I thought.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So they consist of Miles Kennedy, who is vocalist and guitarist, Mark Tremonti, who's backing vocals and main guitarist. Although they kind of share the guitar roles actually. Brian Marshall, who is the bassist,
Okay.
and Scott Phillips, who is the drummer. Now this stemmed from, so the band was created in the aftermath of Creed.
Yeah.
So Creed started with Tremonti, Marshall, and Phillips, and they were like, we're going to make a new band without Scott Stapp from Creed, and they chose Miles Kennedy.
What a fucking choice.
Yes, indeed. I fully agree. In my personal opinion, Miles Kennedy is the best vocalist in rock.
Do you know what? You'd be hard pressed to find somebody that's better. So yeah, for the sake of argument, I'll agree on this
Very lovely occasion.
Excellent. So Creed broke up in 2003, and that's when, in 2004, Alter Bridge was formed.
So were they like, you may or may not know, but were they kind of like in cohorts with each other beforehand anyway? Were they sort of dabbling in like demoing stuff before?
With Miles?
Yeah.
No. So Tremonti liked Miles' work in the Mayfield 4,
Right, okay.
which is Miles' band previous to this, and was like, we called him up and was like, do you want to join the band? So I'll go into more how that kind of formed. I kind of wrote this as I saw it, so it's kind of maybe a bit jumbled. But
No,
they
that's
have currently 5 albums, and that is One Day Remains, released in 2004, Blackbird in 07, AB3 in 10, Fortress in 2013, Last Hero in 2016. One is currently being written, and I'm fucking excited.
But we can expect to see that next year
Yeah, I believe so.
with the little concurring theme that I'm picking up from that 3 years between all of them.
Didn't even click, but yes. Excellent. So, with One Day Remains, this album was pretty much finished by the time Kennedy joined.
Crazy.
Yep. So, Tremonti actually wrote the vast majority of the album, including lyrics.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's
Miles
impressive.
kind of joined and did his job at that point.
That's
So,
impressive.
and Miles does not feature on guitar either. He's only doing the vocals in that album.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so a little snippet of information about the band name. So I've always wondered this, but I've never really looked into it. Now I know. So I learned something today myself.
Yeah.
Alter Bridge is named after an actual bridge by Tremonti's home on Alter Road in Detroit, Michigan.
Awesome.
USA. Yeah, random little
That's,
snippet.
yeah. Interesting enough, I guess.
Yeah, so other projects by the band members include with Miles Slash featuring the Miles and the Conspirators, and Tremonti has Tremonti. Slash also has his solo project, and the Mayfield 4, and of course Creed, as previously mentioned, with the rest of the band. Okie dokie. So their original record label did not. So after One Day Remains,
Yeah.
the original record label. Sorry, the band left their original record label after the label did not share their vision. I'm pretty sure Wind Up Records probably regret that now.
Most likely.
Yes. So that is that. So let's go through the albums now.
Yeah.
So we'll go album in chronological order, and I'll go through the singles and we'll go through our favourites.
Yeah, okay, no, that works. That works.
Cool. So, One Day Remains in 2004. So, the singles for that were Find the Real, Open Your Eyes, and Broken Wings. All very fucking good tracks.
Yep.
Other favourites for me, personally, are In Loving Memory, Down to My Last, and One Day Remains, and Metalingus.
Yes.
Now-
Metalingus is like my outside of that kind of pick. for
It's a
that.
very strange track for Alter Bridge. It's very different to any other track they've released, in my opinion. It's a lot heavier.
Perhaps that's why, but for me it just really stands out on the album. It's one of the only albums that I will admit is like one of the only albums that I'm familiar with. And yeah, that it stands out in the album, so it's weird to think that it stands out in the rest of their stuff. So that's interesting.
Yeah. That was the first ever Alter Bridge song I heard.
Okay.
So, I am a wrestling fan, and I have been for a while. I had a big gap, but that's relevant to this. There was a wrestler called Edge.
Yeah, boy.
His theme tune for from 2004 or 5 up until his retirement in 2011, that was his theme song.
What, Metalingus?
Yeah.
Jokes.
So yeah, that's that. What songs on that album do you have as favourites, if any, on top of what I've said?
So yeah, Find the Real. Open Your Eyes as well is a good song. Really good song.
I can't believe I missed that off. Yes, it's a fucking fantastic track.
Yeah,
Silly
really
me.
good song.
I realise we are one. Blackbird, the album.
Yeah.
So, funny enough, Blackbird was not a single on the album. Perhaps their most well-known song of all time, though. Now, however, the singles did include "Rise Today," "Watch Over You," and "Ties That Bind" and "Before Tomorrow Comes." All fantastic tracks. And "Watch Over You" has a special edition with Christina Scabbia of Lacuna Coil fame doing vocals with Miles.
That's pretty sick. Mm-hmm. Not heard that.
My favourites on that album are as follows: One by One, Break Me Down, Brand New Start, and Blackbird.
Yeah, I've got a fair few of those. Get the feeling that's supposed to be Come to Life, not like. Blackbird and White Knuckles.
Okay, yeah, fair
I
enough.
quite like it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so
AB3 singles for this album were "Isolation," "I Know It Hurts," and "Ghost." Sorry, not and, it's continuous. I'll start that again. "Isolation," "I Know It Hurts," "Ghost of Days Gone By," "Wonderful Life," and "Life Must Go On." My favourites include, out of the singles, "Isolation," "Ghost Days Gone By," and "Wonderful Life." And away from the singles, "Slip to the Void," Words Darker Than Their Wings. It's been a lot of reading, because obviously usually we're flying off the handle just doing random. I'm reading a lot here, so I do apologise for any mistakes I am making, but also at the same time, go fuck yourself. Right, so, Words Darker Than Their Wings and Code Lane. What favourites do you have, Rob?
go fuck yourself. No, so I don't actually for AB3 because I'm not a big fan.
No, that's fair enough.
There are 2 albums in the list in which I have no notable songs to talk about.
With 2 albums left, with 2 albums left, I can't imagine which one is the boring one and which one's the better one.
Well, you'll just have to wait and see.
So, Fortress is next. The singles for this were "Addicted to Pain," "Cry of Achilles," and "Waters Rising."
Yes, good choices.
All fantastic tracks. So my favourites from this album, on top of those 3, are "Bleed It Dry," "Lover," "The Uninvited," "Pieces Broken," "Calm the Fire," "Cry a River," "All Ends Well," "Fortress," and "Farther from the Sun."
So pretty
Which is
much
every single
the
song.
rest of the album.
I mean, I'm choosing like direct favourites, then "Calm the Fire,"
Calm the Fire,
Lover,
Fortress,
"The Uninvited," "Fortress," "Cry of Achilles," and "Addicted to Pain," and "Waters Rising." It's still pretty much all of
It's
them.
still pretty much the whole album, yeah. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's a really good album. Yeah.
Any particular favourites for you?
If I had to pick an overall favourite,
Maybe just a few.
yeah, it would definitely be between Cry of Achilles and Fortress. For me.
So, I'm going to ask you to do something which is a bit awkward halfway through the podcast. Can you please message me? Just because currently it's second in time, we have no viewers, and Not that I'm trying to message get people to get viewers, but I forgot to message someone when we're on. This is unprofessional.
We're messaging, so I'm messaging you?
You're messaging me so I can get the little thing that comes up so I can find the message rather than closing the podcast.
Huh.
Because that would be awkward.
Grand.
Thank you, sir. So, oh, it does say grand. Please bear with us a moment, guys. Thank you ever so much.
I mean, who are you supposed to... I don't...
Lovely. So, we'll move on, and I do apologise for that. We've had a week off. I say
Yeah,
I'm not blaming Robert at all. We've had a week off, and now I'm fucking up. But that's great. So finally, the last album at this moment in time, The Last Hero. So for that, the singles were Show Me a Leader and My Champion. Only 2 for an album, that's a bit strange.
Very.
But other favourites for me are The Other Side, Poison Your Veins, Crows on a Wire, and The Last Hero. Oh, and The Side of Fate, and The Writing on the Wall. But the vast majority of this album, I like those tracks because I've seen them live.
Okay. That's different then. So
Yeah, they kind of...
I mean, it's worth it. It's definitely still worth mentioning it in the way that you have, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, any for you? Oh, you said none for another album, so I'm guessing that was it?
Yeah.
Yep, fair enough. So, I mean, that is the brief history of Alter Bridge. That's where they've started off. So, in fact, a few little extra points that I haven't written down that I've just thought of now. They are biggest in the UK. So, they're actually really small in America still.
Really?
Oh, I say really, they're rather small. So, they will headline and sell out arenas here.
They were over in the States.
No, I can't remember exactly the bands. There was a tour, and it was co-headlined by Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin. And I feel like there was another band, and then Alter Bridge opened the show.
Wow.
And in my opinion, they are
fucking criminal.
bigger and better than those 2 bands.
That's criminal.
Yeah. Not shit. I like both Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin, but Alter Bridge I just think are better. And I'm surprised they're opening the show, man. I thought like maybe a co-headline with one of them.
Very.
So that's another little pointer. So they're a lot bigger here. They've always cited the UK as the first ones to really take them on, and they love us for it. That's why we got the Royal Albert Hall show with the live orchestra,
Which is sick.
Fucking fantastic to go to. And yeah, that's really what I've got to say about that. So
I didn't know that. I would have guessed that they were like equally as big in America as they were here. Which is surprising.
Yeah, it
really
is
fucked up.
unfortunate.
Why is that then? Why do you think that? Not so much that they haven't taken off over there, but why do you think they have here more? So?
We are better with our music tastes.
I mean, I'll buy it.
Slipknot and Avenged are the bands that cited us as the first ones to take them on. Obviously, they're huge in America now as well. But Avenged and Slipknot both said, you guys were the first. We know what good music is. We are born in the country of Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden.
And just, we are born in the region of the world with the best festivals, hands down.
Yes, absolutely. So, that's that. So, a few questions. What's your favourite song they've ever done? I haven't heard that one.
Fuck.
So I'll find mine out. Mine is, it's quite difficult, but it's got to be Blackbird. It's such a beautiful fucking song. And makes me happy.
I really can't choose, but I've got it down to 2.
Okay.
And that is Blackbird or Cry of Achilles.
Okay.
But then Cry of Achilles is kind of level with Fortress, so maybe 3.
Okay.
If I had to pick an all-round favourite, I guess I would agree. Blackbird.
Yeah, it is a beautiful fucking song. So, as asked earlier before the podcast, Rob,
Yar.
can you please, we'll go through from bottom to top.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our
Albums.
albums ranked. So, would you like to start or should I start?
Yes, so Last
The Last Hero, yes.
Yeah, Last Hero is in last place.
I only like the songs on it really because I saw it live.
And I have not done that. So
Yeah.
for me, it's just an album that I'm dangerously unfamiliar with. Sadly, don't really have that much intention to sort of become familiar with. Because I've tried, and it's just not, it doesn't take off for me.
No, I agree.
So, 4th place for you.
Is AB3.
Same.
AB, okay, interesting.
Yeah, well, it would be, wouldn't it? It's the only other one that I don't have any sort of like favoured songs from, so...
Then I have One Day Remains.
Yes, same.
Interesting as fuck.
I know which way this is going.
I feel like I think we know our top already, so yeah.
So 2nd place, Blackbird.
Yep. Fantastic album, but fucking first place,
Fortress.
Fortress. We agree on all 5.
Yeah,
High five.
fucking sick.
Bam.
That's like the first time ever.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Super
We've achieved what we came here to do, people. We will not be joining you next week. We have found something that we agree on.
We're gonna go
We're just
play
gonna go
with
buy steak.
Alter Bridge.
Okay. So that is a brief history of Alter Bridge.
I've got
with
a
our...
couple more questions, just to top it off. How far do you think they are from headlining Download?
Wow. I mean, before you said that a minute ago, I would have said like, well, surely they kind of are worthy of a slot already. But if they're sort of not as big in America and they are big over here, potentially with the next album.
Yeah, so obviously Download is focused on the crowd that it brings in, which is UK, so that's still high. I forgot to point out that One Day Remains, their first album, is the only album to hit gold certified by the RIAA.
Interesting.
None of the others have hit that many sales.
None of them have even hit platinum, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Madness.
Because I would have thought one of them.
Fortress fucking would have. Yeah. It's fucking golden.
And that's not even gold.
No.
Which is crazy.
So I thought they could have headlined after Fortress.
Yeah.
Then The Last Hero came out, and it does knock them down a peg, but they stayed in the exact same place. So after Fortress came out, they sub-headlined Aerosmith at Download 2014, sorry. Then Last Hero came out and they sub-headlined... Oh, no, they are Alter Bridge. They sub-headlined Aerosmith in 2016.
You've just said Aerosmith.
Yeah, it was Aerosmith both times.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty fucking damn good slot to get.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were requested by Aerosmith both times or... It's
I mean,
just how
I
it's
fucking
fallen.
would. If I was Steven Tyler, I'd be like, hell, man, get that Alter Bridge.
So, yes, I would say one more solid album, because Last Hero did go down in my opinion.
Yeah, if the next release is, like, Fortress worthy, then they've got to. They have to. Has to.
If they're playing...
And he's fucked up if he doesn't.
I agree. They're selling out arenas. They're doing... they sold out 2 nights at the Royal Albert Hall. Yes, that's obviously a smaller capacity.
But it was a fucking over-the-top show.
Yeah.
And like...
Yeah. So they sold out both nights for that. We're fucking lucky to get tickets, me and Lewis. And that's that. So my final question. Where do you feel that their current influence is in the world?
It's a good question.
I'd say it's pretty high within their genre, which is a genre that's not that big.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Normally I get a notification when we go live and I haven't.
Oh.
I'm wondering.
That is strange.
I'm wondering if we are having some connection issues.
It says live.
It does.
2 people have joined.
Yeah, they have.
We'll roll with it for a short while. Because I told them to go through the whole fucking news again.
I mean, we're not.
So, I would say relevance is pretty high. Relevance, sorry, and influence.
Right, okay,
My apologies, I didn't say relevance before.
So, current relevance.
Huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive. Especially, as it turns out, over here.
Yeah. You don't really hear any bands citing Alter Bridge as their influence.
No.
But I'd say that their genre is quite more of a southern country rock.
And I would say any rock/metal vocalist should aspire to sing like him.
Yes, indeed. Fully agree.
Stop me if I'm wrong.
Continue, because you're right.
Fucking hell.
Madness. So, yeah, that is now a brief history of Alter Bridge.
Yeah.
Did you learn?
I did a little bit.
Good. So I did research and stuff. Very interested about the Alter Road in Detroit.
Yes, that's kind of strange.
It's still a strange name for a band, but yeah, I love it.
Put your hands up for the joy.
So, sir, we now move on to the review of Royal Blood.
Royal Gash.
By Royal Blood. Royal Gash.
Sick.
Write that down for an episode name.
So... yeah, that pen's fucked.
Great.
I will remember that.
That's good.
Shoopa doopa.
Yes, Royal Gash. Royal Blood.
Royal Blood by Royal Gash by Royal Blood. So, may as well jump straight in. Out of the Black.
Yes.
By far the most well-known Royal Blood song in the world.
Yeah, I recognised it straight away.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was them, because I've not really listened to Royal Blood before
Yeah.
this week. So
what's your take on it? as an opener as well as just as a song in general.
It's a good opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intro's pretty good to introduce you, hence the intro.
Yeah.
And I quite like the vocals. And the instruments sound good, although the drums are quite basic, I found in the song.
Yeah, so...
Or throughout the album.
That's... okay, so yeah, I mean, he's not like an overly incredible drummer. He's... In my kind of experience anyway, you get like two different types of drummers. You have the drummers that are quite simplistic, but are tighter than a nun's butthole.
That's tight.
And then you get those drummers that are probably still like obviously like fairly fucking airtight, but could stand to be. I mean, like Joey Jordison is a prime example for this for me. He's crazy. He can do shit that very many other drummers can't do. But it is kind of all over the place. It's a little bit like, it sounds a bit like, especially in like the first album, the debut. His drumming in that, it works fucking perfectly for what they're doing, but it's kind of not systematic, if that makes sense. Whereas this drummer here is really systematic, to a fault, almost.
I mean, it's good for, his drumming suits the album.
Yeah. But you can't imagine him doing anything heavier. Really.
No, and it's not that I'm not shitting on him because it's not heavy enough. 'Cause I'm not rating the fact that it's too bad for me. I'm rating it. I'm looking at the album as the album is, but I just feel like it's still a bit basic.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going, it's basic because it's not, because it would not make sense with Raw Blood.
No. And for me, anyway, the drums are memorable in this opening track because
That song has been in my head since I listened to it.
Exactly, and it does, and that's why it's as fucking popular as it is because that is just literally, it's another prime example of like fucking Smells Like Teen Spirit, where yeah, that song would have probably done pretty well with a different drummer. Dave coming in and doing what he did, and like having people like Butch Vig who were helping like produce the album. Now, if you don't know who Butch Vig is, he was a member of Garbage, so he knows drums. He knows what drums should sound like. He's fucking seasoned at producing albums. Dave comes in and does the whole like straight away, just like flat out, just like yes, drums are amazing, and that's kind of what boosted that song. I feel like that is exactly the same thing that happens here.
Right.
Those drums are exactly what make it popular. So
yeah,
whereas I do agree for the rest of the album, it's a bit like, come on, do something like a little bit spicy.
Oh yeah, it's definitely catchy drums. Not not
memorable, but nothing too special.
No, nothing to call home about. I did note that the song gets a bit tiresome toward the end.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. They
So
drag it out a bit too much, I feel.
Yeah.
Dragging it out into come on over. Hey
So-
there, Rover.
This is
Come on over.
free singing on this podcast. You can't ask for more. Now, yeah, Come On
Fuck
Over
you can't
is
say.
quite a good song. It's another one I've heard before.
Yes.
And I heard that through a WWE game, keeping the wrestling theme here apparently.
Interesting.
Nothing to go crazy about though.
No, so for me, straight away after the opener, it's like not as good. Impressive sounds from a bass guitar. I'll give him that. That is impressive shit. For anybody that doesn't know this band, they are literally a drummer and a bassist that can make his bass sound like a guitar.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive the
It is
sound that he
impressive.
manages to get out of it. But
I
as
am
a
gonna,
song-
for myself, cover the overall that part at the end as well. My
yeah,
end
me
of
too.
album review.
Me too.
Sweet.
So yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, not as impressive as the opener.
No, but these two are probably my favourite songs on the album.
Interesting. Okay.
And that's not to say. That's not to say they're going into a playlist.
No, that's fair enough. So Figure It Out, which is the next song.
Good again. I like the outro.
Yeah, it's a good outro. Sounds quite similar. You're starting to get like a bit of a theme here, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's impressive sounds, and it's still a step in like the right direction. I feel like.
Yeah. You Can Be So Cruel.
Thanks, but so can you.
Ah, fair enough.
No, so You Can Be So Cruel is where you, for me anyway, I started to get like a feel for their overall sound throughout the album, and it is kind of the samey. It is a little bit like.
Yeah.
It's just not selling me at this point.
No.
Starts to, you start to get a feel for their sound, and I just put kind of, is it all the same though?
Fair. I put for that. It kind of just went by.
Yeah.
Nothing notable on either the good or bad side. It's not like this is a terrible track or a great track. It's just there it was.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. But to answer my question, is it all the same though? Bloodhounds. The answer is no.
Yeah, I literally wrote a bit different to the rest so far.
Yeah. So that kind of earned them some points for me, because this is the first time I've heard a lot of this album, but this is the first time I've ever listened to it in order, and a few times obviously.
Yeah.
So this was like, for me, it was kind of like, okay, this is the same, this is the same, this is the same. Are we going to get something different? Yes. Okay, we got something different. So that earned them some points by this point.
Yeah, fair. For the rest of the song, other than it sounded different, I keep using this word, but it was all right.
Yeah. I like the tone. It's fucking filthy tone. But yeah, no, it's good. I quite liked it. Little fucking monster. It's just Little Monster. Just Little Monster.
We'll have the fucking in for the sake of it. Another that I recognise.
Yep.
And it was pretty good.
Yeah. It's my favourite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's my favourite.
That would probably be, if I had to make a top 3, that would be third.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's definitely my favourite. Just, I love there's so many parts about the song that just work for me. I love the whole sort of like the pattern throughout the verses with the quiet bits, and then the do 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 do, like just the in and out going through that is awesome. I like it a lot.
Oh man, that's so much. Loose
Yeah,
Change.
Good song. Yeah, Loose Change is a good song.
Gets a faster paced.
Yeah.
It's faster pace. I wrote faster paced earlier. I was like, it doesn't look right because it's not paced. Faster pace. Pace.
It gets faster paced, you would say.
Gets a faster pace.
It gets a faster pace, yes. It gets a faster pace, or it gets a faster pace, or it's more fastly paced.
Paced. That's how I do P-S-E-D. I wrote P-A-S-T-E. I was like, that doesn't look right. Anyway.
Paste.
I just copy and paste. Copy and paste. We'll write that down. Okay, so.
Right, so what was the first one? Royal Gash.
Royal Gash and copy and paste. Right. It gets a faster pace. And it's quite good, but I wasn't a fan of the actual sound of money coins. But that's just minor, to be fair.
Yes. Excellent. You perhaps should have put that on side.
Oh yes, I just thought those dings are going to come through our podcast. Excellent. Excellent.
Are you Garth? Excellent.
So what was your thoughts on Loose Change, Robert?
Yeah, it's a good song. Love the riff. If you can call it that, because it's a bass. It's either a line or a riff, one of the two.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of riffy. That's strange.
I mean, that's what I thought when I wrote it. I was like, yeah, it's a good riff.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, so I quite like it. It's alright. Careless.
Careless Whisper.
Just careless.
I'm not sure if I was distracted, but it kind of just went by again.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's catchy, but it's nothing too special.
No.
Overall, it's just a bit kind of, yeah.
I'm going to have to agree there, laddie.
And I don't really have much more than that to say about it.
Well, the album as a whole?
No.
Oh, the album, sorry.
The
yes.
song, not the album.
That's, yes.
Yes. 10-ton skeleton.
This is the point where I wrote down I'm getting tag bored now.
Yeah, 100%.
I really appreciate what they're doing with only 2 of them, but it now shows
Yeah, no, I agree. For me,
that they are lacking something. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I was wondering why. Yep,
sick.
nailed it.
I'm just not a fan.
No,
I'm just not a fan. It's kind of boring, systematic fucking rhythm. Like, I know we kind of touched upon that for the rest of the album already, but this song in particular is literally just like same fucking rhythm throughout the whole fucking thing, and drives me nuts.
yeah, pretty much. Going on to Better Strangers.
The final track.
Yes, this is actually the point where I came out of the album to see how many songs were left and was glad that this was the last song.
Excellent, okay.
So, I'm now glad this is the last song, as I wrote. The song was okay. Had to change the word at least once. Oh, right, yeah, the song's okay. Rather than saying it was alright, I have 5 more songs previous. It was okay. New words. Bringing it out for you.
Yeah, for me, I just put quite good. Not sure really what I expected as an album close from these guys. Yeah, it could have gone either way. In this instance, it was just kind of like, yeah, alright. Kia.
Yeah, okay.
And that seems to be kind of the lean of the album.
Yeah,
It's
we
kind
seem
of-
to agree on most of that.
It's just a bit meh.
We've agreed
It's
on our
cool.
ranking of Alter Bridge. Will we agree on our ratings? Join us now. First of all, I will go over. I will go over. So I do. So yes, I really appreciate the fact it's just a bassist and it's just a drummer doing. Then one of them doing vocals.
Yeah.
What they're doing is great
Yeah.
for what they want to
The
achieve.
sound that they can produce is fucking impressive.
I'm
but-
sure if you're like an indie fan or something like that, you're a fan of them, or even like a rock, like soft rock fan.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine people like Shannon Smith would listen
Right.
to Royal Blood a lot.
Probably. Go on, man.
And, probably.
Listen to Moose Blood and Neck Deep. Although Neck Deep were good live.
And Beartooth.
Ugh. Ugh, we don't talk about that here.
Um,
You have been banned from the podcast.
You've been banned from Beartooth. So yeah, overall rating, sir.
I'll give it a 5. This is the first week out of 17 weeks where I've gone. Because usually every week, as you know, if you watch this and if you don't watch this regularly, sort your act out. I usually can't decide between 2 and I decide on the fly at that time. This was straight decided. I listened to it, I was like, that's a 5. It's dead in the middle. I don't care for it. I don't want to listen to it again.
But you don't hate it.
I don't hate it. And I appreciate it. I can't knock them down because the sounds they're creating with just a bass is great.
Yeah.
But it comes apparent they need a guitarist. I think.
Yeah, just that they're missing something.
Yeah.
Either way, like there's not enough punch behind what they're doing.
Yeah.
Which many people will disagree with because obviously one of their first like mad tours was an arena.
They got big, massively quick.
Fucking ridiculously quickly.
And again, fair play to them. They're not one of these bands that I'm like they should be big, like Beartooth.
No, yeah.
This band can go ahead. I just feel like it's not for me, and I need more.
For me, on that, seeing as we're kind of on topic with that, I feel like, yeah, okay, cool. They've risen to some pretty mad success already. I think that they're going to burn out very quickly. I don't
think so?
Yeah, in about 3 or 4 years' time, if people still know their name, it's going to be for probably the wrong reasons.
Okay, fair enough.
I would say.
So, what was your rating? Sorry, Doug?
So I was really stuck for this because the songs that I like on this album, I really like. So that led me towards a 7. But then when I listened to it for the first time, the whole way through, I was the same as you. I was 5. And then I settled on 6 because it was in between. And then I thought that was too low. So I wanted to go 6.5. But we don't do 0.5s here.
We
so
don't do 0.5s here.
I
No
will
half
move-
measures.
6.
6 and 5. And there you have our review for Royal Blood. Pow in the kisser. So, my friendly neighbourhood friend. I was about to say a completely different word, which would be very bad. It's decisive fucking tournament time.
It is.
MCR, My Chemical Romance, versus P, Pantera. I want to abbreviate it, but P doesn't sound very good.
P, no.
Well, let's see some P.
MCR versus P.
No. My Chemical Romance versus Pantera. 4 topics. Last time, not last week, we had Avenged Sevenfold versus Slipknot, which sold crushingly for me, although completely fair. Slipknot won, which went to the fan vote in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, yes. I think...
No, it didn't go to the fan vote. It
No.
was 3-1.
And if it had gone to fan vote...
It would have been a draw. Because
And then we would
we
have
noticed that
quick-fired a
Sean
topic.
voted twice.
Yeah.
And after the podcast, we picked a topic at random, which was vocalist. And we decided eventually would have gone through. But what happened, and that's absolutely fine. And we are fucking happy with it.
I mean, I'm surprised you did that to yourself, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it would have been interesting. It's always worth finding out.
And plus, there's no guarantee that we would have picked the same one out. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we could have gotten something
Could have
else.
gone crazy elsewhere.
Could have gone far too realistic, no.
So, yes, joining Slipknot in the finals will be either Pantera or My Chemical Romance. And more on next week's episode later. So, should we start? Do you want to give it a shake this time?
I will give it a shake it.
Let's pick our 4 fucking topics.
Do you know the amount of people that have come over here that now like, hail this as like a grail of holiness?
Do they?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad. Give it a little shake for you.
Oh yeah, you fucking shake my box, mate. Sweet.
Lovely. Lovely. The 4 have been
Excellent.
picked. There is no going back. So,
So,
topic
MCR versus Pantera, and topic number 1.
is live show.
Interesting. Okay. And topic number 2 is going to be drummer.
Excellent. Topic number 3 will be discography.
And topic number 4, fan base.
Very
Ciao,
interesting
ciao,
stuff.
ciao, ciao.
So 1, 2,
3, 4.
yeah.
No.
1,
2.
Yeah.
So, technical difficulties, and then 4.
Boop, boop, boop.
Welcome
Live
back.
show for My Chemical Romance. So let's point out, neither of us have seen either band live.
Yeah, no, that's, yep.
So we're going to go on this based on what we want to see
Yep.
and go
Pantera.
forward. Yeah. We'll discuss them a bit more in detail. We haven't even hit an hour yet, and we would have finished the podcast otherwise. This is crazy.
I mean, it is a little bit quick.
But last time, I know it was Avenged versus Slipknot, and regardless of what our opinions on that is, that's a bigger matchup than this is. If we had Metallica versus Maiden now, for example, that would be just as big matchup. So we'll still try and extend this as far as possible. So live show for MCR. We've gone into that before because it came up in one of their things.
Yep.
I think I did remember, maybe. I would love to see MCR live.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good.
I think they'd put on a great show. I feel like the mood and the atmosphere there would be intense.
Apart from the fact that they'd be missing songs, I would love to go and see them, especially if they did the Black Parade in full.
Yeah, which they did when it came out.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to see I'd rather see 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge in full, and then some songs from Black Parade.
Yeah.
None from fucking Danger Days. So yeah, that is pretty much what I've got to say about live show. I just think they'd be great. I think they can perform really well.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen videos like of them live, and I think Gerard's voice seems pretty capable live.
Yeah, and to be fair, you can't. He might be a bit of a bellend in some ways, no doubt. People have that opinion, but in terms of his vocal ability, he's a good singer, man. He's a fucking damn good singer. I can't comment live. Like, he might be one of those singers that sounds like shit live. Could be. He has the capacity. He's got that type of like vocal range where it's kind of. It sounds good when they're doing it like through the studio and stuff like that, and it's coming out on an album. But it's that kind of stuff that's like quite hard to replicate live.
Yeah.
So it could go either way, but I feel like he'd do a good job.
Yeah. So Pantera live, another band that I would fucking love to see live.
I would have done anything.
Yeah.
I'm not even the biggest fan, but I would have.
No, I'm not either.
I would have gone to have seen Pantera.
They would have been fucking brutal.
Yeah, purely to get myself fucked up. Like, if I had had like a real shit week, or even if I'd had an amazing week and I just wanted to get battered, Pantera would be the way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a band that you are just as likely to get fucked up at now, and I think
Lamb of God.
instantly bands like that, which when you think that in comparison to when you weigh up their styles like one by one, Lamb of God, stop me if I'm wrong, but in my opinion, Lamb of God would foreseeably be heavier than what most people would perceive Pantera to be, just because of the vocals and
possible.
similar sort of guitar styles. Admittedly, obviously when Pantera were doing it, it was mad because nobody was really
new,
doing
yeah.
And like I've said before, there have been multiple interviews where people have said like, so why did you go from doing the whole hair metal thing to this all of a sudden? It's like, because we want to scare the shit out of people.
Yeah, exactly that.
You just know Dimebag playing live would be fantastic. Phil sounding great. Vinny on the drums and Rex blasting out the bass.
Yeah, because he is a good bassist.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, interestingly enough, you would never have gone to have seen Pantera without them being drunk.
I'm not surprised.
Daryl couldn't even get up on the stage unless he was like hammered.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, fucking Zachy Wild, is it? Was that Wild?
Zach
From
Wild.
Black Label Society, is it?
Yeah.
Him and Daryl Abbott were like really good friends.
Yeah, he's the only person that has ever been said by some band members, if there's going to be a reunion, it's going to be Zach Wild or no one.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. God yeah. And he's incredible, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, I've seen like little interviews with, obviously since his death and stuff, so it's quite difficult for him talking about it and stuff. But he was like reminiscing and stuff, and he'd be like, "Oh, are you ready to go and play today?" And like Daryl would be like that, like, "I need to have a few drinks first." And that's just fucked up.
Yeah, definitely.
That just goes to show what kind of. But then the guy would get up on stage and fucking nail it every single night. So
Absolutely.
obviously doesn't bother him.
Yeah. So, who's your pick for live show?
Pantera.
Pantera.
100%.
Easily.
So, I'll tell you what we'll do, so that we can keep track of this, because we did start forgetting. I'm going to put them on this side if it's... I'm going to put them on this side if it's Pantera, and that side if it's MTR.
Cool, quick. Good idea.
So, a drummer.
The drummer.
The drummer, yeah.
Yeah, he's the
I got to have the rhythm section.
Vinnie Paul versus, I think it was Ray Toro was the drummer for the most part of their career, if not all of it. No, it wasn't Ray Toro, he was the bassist. They've had a few drummers actually, because they fired one of them after Black Parade.
Because he was pissed all the time.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know about until...
In a massive difference to Pantera. You're pissed all the time, you can't be here.
You're pissed all the time, you're hired.
You're sober, get the fuck out.
Literally.
So,
Literally.
I mean, I do really like the drums for MCR.
Yeah, he's... obviously, it depends on the album for me, but... Yeah, the drums, for what they are, and for the band that they are, fucking pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty fucking good.
Fully agree. He has a good style, obviously, like... It's a more... I'd say it's a metal style of drumming, even though they're an emo band, but emo is obviously just a subgenre of just the lyrical content, really.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's a bit petty, really.
But I do really enjoy the drums, both on 3 Cheers Sweet Revenge and the Black Parade.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I do. I certainly can't think of any songs off the top of my head that like showcase bad drumming from MCR. So
no, definitely not.
Cool.
Shame that he was just a pissed guy when live and started fucking up live. And
Yeah, but
that
to
has
be
to go
honest,
towards it as well.
yeah, and I'm not being funny. As a band, they can't put up with that shit.
No.
So.
Pantera, Vinnie Paul.
Do you know what? He's good, but he's not incredible. He's not an incredible drummer. He's another one of those that's like really good at hitting the straight down like straight down the middle rhythm. He's like really hard hitting, really precise, but he's not overly technical. He's not like fucking insane on the drums.
No, I'd agree.
I would actually say in terms of like fills and things that would stand out, if you were just listening to drum tracks from some of their songs, I feel like the MCR soloed drum tracks would be more exciting than a lot of Pantera ones. Just because a lot of Pantera stuff suited what they were doing, but it was quite basic throughout the majority of it, and then there'd be some kick-ass fills thrown in around the solo-y sort of bits and stuff. But on the whole, you've got like with MCR, you've got like pretty mad fucking fills throughout most of their songs, and like the rhythm ties in really nicely. And
Yeah, I agree. I do really like Vinnie Paul.
yeah, he's fucking absolute legend.
Met him once
Really
at the Crawford.
sick,
Got a signed drum skin from him.
mad.
So like they played Bloodstock, it was Hell Yeah, obviously, not Pantera. Played Bloodstock, and then 2 or 3 days later they played MK. So I went to that show and they had a drum skin signed by him for sale, which had been used. And I was like, oh, where was it used? Because it's not being used tonight because it's already on sale. It's like, oh, I was used the last 2 shows, so Bloodstock and another show. I was like, I'm buying that. Because I was at the show he used it, and I'm at the show I'm buying it from. And then met him. It was fucking brilliant. 35, maybe.
Okay, that's
more.
fucking good then.
I think I paid an overall £70, and that was including to meet them.
That's yeah, all right, fair enough. Meet them, get a drum skin.
Definitely had. I think I remember being absolutely skint. I was like, well, I've got 70 quid. I can either save it for a week to get paid, or I can use it, and I used it.
Sick.
Yeah, so I think he's a great drummer, though. I think he's a really good drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say he's better than MCR?
I came into this with my thought process being Vinnie Paul's won this. And then you started talking.
Sorry.
It's good. How dare you talk on a live podcast?
I know. I forgot. I'm supposed to just sit here and be like,
I agree, man.
that's whatever you say, bro.
Fudge cakes. No, we're gonna go with MCR.
So am I, actually. Which is bizarre because of reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Cool. Discography.
Wow.
MCR. 2 fantastic records. They're...
Only familiar with one myself, but
Yeah,
I will
fair.
take... If it's good for you, I know that an album has to meet some fucking fairly picky standards for it
Yeah.
to be like good for you. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that nowadays there's a lot of nostalgia that runs through it, and that kind of potentially like helps towards
It
that.
does, yeah.
But on the whole, I'm sure you would say, on the whole, you are. I'm sure you would say that, like, on the whole, it was a good album. Even at the time, it was like a standout album.
Yeah, oh, at the time, it was groundbreaking. I thought you were about to fall back then. I was really scared for you.
Oh.
Um,
I thought you were about to elbow me in the face, and I was really scared for me too. Because I thought you were going to fall back then. You disappointed me, you cunt.
we're trying to make a good show. Paul. No, it was groundbreaking at the time. Their first album is rated really high by their fan base, but for me, I don't really care for it. Unfortunately, for their discography, they had Danger Days, which was an absolute stain on society.
Unfortunately,
That was the reason Trump was elected. It wasn't, but it was that bad of an album. It could be.
It may as well be. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgraceful. And that pretty much sums that up.
Yeah.
Pantera.
Pantera.
Let's just run off of that then. Is there an album of Pantera's that you feel similarly about?
That I feel like it's absolutely disgusting and shit.
Well, not absolutely disgusting, but is like quite a letdown.
No, I've never really heard the hair metal album.
Don't.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
have
take your
just for
word
the
for that.
curiosity's sake. And
Right.
It's very stereotypical. It's exactly what you'd think it would be. Done worse.
Right.
Needless to say, they found the right sound when they changed.
Yeah, so I obviously got introduced to Pantera with their most recent sound, and when I heard about the hair metal thing, I was like, sometimes I'm intrigued, and sometimes like I don't want to listen to something that it isn't what it should be.
Yeah,
So
and
I
it is
didn't
very
bother.
much not what it should be.
Interesting stuff. So other than that, they've got beasts such as Vulgar Display of Power,
Fucking epic album.
Far Beyond Driven, less notable but great. Pretty sure that's the one with the new level on it, but I might be wrong. Oh no, which is my favourite song?
Are we forgetting?
Ah, hello, Shaman. Watching from Las Vegas, isn't that nice?
He's in Vegas.
Wow.
What you doing in Vegas, lad? Don't
Vegas-
say gambling because some things are
Vegas,
given.
like,
or
must be
fucking horse.
9 take away 5 is 4, so 446 there, I think. I think that's East Coast, isn't it? Well, East
No,
Coast.
Vegas is west, man.
Is it
Vegas,
west?
Yeah, Vegas is in the Mojave. That's like fucking California.
Okay. Alright, so that's 9 hours
side.
before.
Yes.
So it's 12:47. Happy midday. So, yeah.
Yeah, boy!
Oh, that is good for you. I'm happy. Isn't Post Malone now playing there, which is very random for Post Malone to play there?
147.
Oh, well, I fucked up. Sorry about that. I knew it was 8 hours. It's never 9 hours. Sorry, my bad. I knew that. Hashtag international team, formerly.
Solidly, formally. Discography.
Yeah, sorry, I got. on to
Are we
Post
forgetting
Malone
one
EC.
after...
I'm sure there's other albums I can't name off the top of my head. I know there's another
But
one.
they're good.
Yeah,
We
it's
know that they're
Pantera.
good. It is Pantera.
And
And that is my answer.
that is my answer too.
Excellent. So, we have...
Even if like they were, even Even
wow,
caught it.
that was so good.
if their album wasn't like, even if Pantera's albums weren't like so fucking brilliant for most of the part, the bringing down from Danger Days would probably kick MCR out of most people, like most matchups.
Yeah.
So
For discography, anyway.
yeah, yes, of course. On that topic, so the final topic, the deciding topic, whether it goes to fan vote or Pantera win, is fan base.
Okay. This is actually going to be quite tough because...
They're both pretty hardcore
Yeah.
for different reasons.
So there are people that are still mad about Pantera to this day.
Yep, there are still people mad about MCR to this day.
And there are... It really is going to become a question of volume, I feel. Because they're about as influential in terms of their fan base and how they affect their fan base as about as equally as each other, in my opinion.
Should we break the grade and just discuss this as a duo? Because they're so similar.
Sure. Yeah.
Rather than MCR and Pantera.
Yeah.
So both of them, yes, they're both...
We're getting to that point in the competition now where it's getting wild.
It's two crazy guys. Fucking insane.
We're going to do things so differently.
Wow! So both of them are massively influential, like you said, to their fan base.
Yep.
Both of their fan bases are hardcore and would probably die for that band.
Yep.
Both of their fan bases are huge.
Yep.
Fuck, this is going to be difficult, actually.
Quite possibly one of the harder matchups.
Yeah, of the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Because it's just so similar. If it was like Pantera, like their fan is like this, and MCR is like this for different reasons, but it's not. They are the same, but the only thing that's different is their taste in music and so on. Pantera's fan base are a lot more hardcore in terms of violence and moshing and stuff like that. MCRs are probably a lot, definitely are a lot less. But they have the love for the band members. Okay, but Pantera has love for the band members. Like, I mean, you got to take into consideration, obviously, Dimebag's death. A lot of people have a love for Dimebag and cite him as one of the best guitarists of all time. I'm not saying that's just because of his death. Absolutely not. He is one of the best guitarists of all time. But someone's death...
It was certainly accentuated by his death.
Yeah, it happens with every member of any band that dies, unfortunately.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, more and more people nowadays probably think like, oh, Rev was such an incredible drummer, but they would have thought like, yeah, he was a really good drummer when he was alive, but now that he's dead, it's like, oh, he was one of the best, he was amazing. You do get people like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's mainly because after a death, bands are more inclined to... fans are more inclined to check out more of their stuff.
Yeah.
So you have the mediocre Pantera fans that know a couple of tracks, like, oh yeah, he's a pretty good guitarist. And he dies like, oh fuck.
I need to listen to everything they've ever done.
And then they discover how good he was, just the same with Rev. Everyone discovered that he was the best in the world. Even though I was a Slipknot fan beforehand, I listened to Paul Gray more after he died. I was specifically listening out for the bass. Okay. I didn't really notice Paul Gray. I know he had a lot to do with the writing skill. And he was great live.
Considering that the guy wasn't actually a musician when he joined the band, I think he did fucking good.
Yeah. So MCR haven't had a death on their side. Not that it's really on their side. That's kind of a bad way of putting it.
That's a morbid way of putting it, but I mean, silver linings.
Yeah. Oh, he died, but at least got to be big. Awkward. But
lots of people came to your funeral,
bro.
bro.
Fans are fucking die hard. The fans protested outside the Daily Mail headquarters. I think it was Daily Mail, might be the Sun, when all that shit kicked off about one of the papers saying MCR was the reason for people's deaths or self-harm and all that shit. And obviously self-harm was linked a lot with MCR because emos were known for self-harm and MCR was the leader of the emos. I'm
not being funny. Don't blame other people for your own fucking choices.
Yeah. It wasn't even them. It was the paper that did it.
That's what I mean. Fucking... No, mate.
It is bullshit.
It's tough.
It's real tough.
It's really fucking tough. I mean,
fan base, MCR versus Pantera.
It's difficult as well because for me, instantly, the minute I try and weigh up their situations, I think, well, they released a really shit album, MCR, so that's probably got to have cut some of their fans out a little bit. There must have been fans that thought, do you know what, fuck this after that album.
Yeah, Corin was like that.
Well, yeah, prime example. But then I also feel like when Phil went twatty, absolutely nuts twatty, there must have been plenty of people that were like, well, I love the rest of the band, but I just can't listen to them anymore.
There have been people like that. Rob Flynn, for example.
Well, yeah. Mate.
Dude, yeah, this is real fucking tough.
Real fucking tough.
I believe I can fly. It's not related to this podcast, but that's all that came to my mind. I feel that... you have to point out for MCR that to have the legion of fans they still do after the tribe that was Danger Days is got to say something.
Mm-hmm.
But also for Pantera fans to have the legion of fans they have over a decade since they stopped making music is also...
Well, even longer since Pantera stopped making music.
Yeah, that was what
2004 was when...
Yeah, that's when Dimebag died, yeah.
So and that was Splash Damage, or whatever they were fucking called.
Damage Plan.
Damage Plan. Splash Damage is the fucking game developers. No, yeah, how long was he in that band for? That must have been a year or so, a year and a half.
I'd say a couple of years, yeah.
Yeah,
up to a couple of years.
Yeah, something like that.
So you're looking at 2001, 2002 for Pantera to stop.
I mean, even then, no, because they'd been sat motionless. The brothers had been sat motionless, and it was killing him. It was killing him inside. He was just There's interviews where, Vinnie Paul's obviously talking about conversations that he had with Darryl Abbott before he died. And it was all the same sort of stuff. We're basically two of the best musicians in the world at the minute at doing what we do. And we're basically jobless and have fuck all going for us right now. Why are we doing this? And that carried on for years because it actually sent Dimebag into a bit of a depression. So that, for me anyway, that must have been at least a good couple of years that was going on for. like the whole waiting around and Phil putting out fucking records with other bands and stuff. I feel like we're probably looking at like late 90s since Pantera are actually like active.
Okay, interesting.
I
was just assuming, I wasn't sure.
No, yeah, I feel like it's probably like late 90s or so. Which is fucking crazy. Maybe like very early 2000s. So
Yeah.
2001.
I guessed 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But again, I could be wrong, you probably know more than me. Well, you clearly do, because you mentioned all that stuff just then.
Yeah, I'm going to guess like late 90s. And in which case, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And fans are still like, yeah, mad.
Yeah, crazy, innit? Oh.
I think I know who has literally just about swung it for me.
Yeah, same. I'm going Pantera.
So am I.
Pantera.
We are having a really agreeful day.
What's going on?
I'm just making up words now.
Watch us next week when we tear each other apart.
Probably.
For our hairstyles. I want short hair. I don't want short hair. So, Slipknot versus Pantera in the decisive tournament finals.
It's worth knowing before we get there.
Yes. Next week on the podcast, we will be going through third place. So, Avenged Sevenfold versus My Chemical Romance. Sticking to 4 topics because it's the same level. That
What would have been?
will be next week to decide third place. We're not going to decide 4th, 5th, 6th. Well, technically we'll decide 4th because the loser that would be 4th. But this 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. That would be too long because we're going to go through every single thing again and we'll be here for probably like 15 more years. We don't want to do that.
We don't, no.
We'll have more tournaments coming up in the future, which we'll go into detail more when we've personally discussed them, because we need to know before you need to know.
And when we've thought of another 20... How many bands? Did we start off
Not
with
necessarily.
32? Was it
We
32?
started off with 32.
Oh my god.
Yes. Future tournaments may not have that.
Mostly because I'm pretty sure we'd be hard pressed to think of 32 other bands that we haven't put
Yes.
down already.
Well, some of these bands may make an appearance again.
Unless we did like an unsigned tournament or an underground tournament, but that would be even fucking harder.
Yeah, it would be very fucking hard. So we'll talk about what we discussed so far, and that is the winner of each tournament may conclude in a final tournament one day.
Like a battle royale of like the best bands in the world.
Yeah.
Just all out, fucking
All
balls to the
tournament
wall.
winners.
Slap your
Quite
dick.
Amelia
Ah,
Fox.
fucking hell, it's Millie.
There you go. But we also, on top of the winners facing winners, that's obviously much down the line when we need to have had at least 16 tournaments.
Yes.
We can do things such as genre tournaments. So some of these bands may make an appearance again. For example, if we do a thrash tournament, you're going to see Metallica, Slayer, Slipknot. Not Slipknot. Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, and others involved. If we have a metalcore one, we'll see Avenged pop back for their stuff.
Yeah.
Or the big 4 of metalcore back in the day, including Bullet, Killswitch, and Trivium.
And you're going to have to deal with that.
And you're going to love it. And Luke Powell, fucking hell, the old school lot are coming in.
Yeah.
Just
now
as
that
we're
we're getting
finishing
ready to
off.
finish, yeah.
Thanks, guys. This was great. Join us next week. So, yes, next week, decisive tournament, semi-final failures will face each other.
Third place, essentially, is probably the less silly way of saying that.
That's not silly.
No,
And
it's not silly.
My Chemical Romance versus Avenged Sevenfold. 4 topics. The album for next week. So we're back on to our...
I'm going to piss myself if Avenge lose.
I'm not.
Oh, mate, I will.
But to be fair, I mentioned that before we did Avenged versus Pantera. No, Avenged versus Slipknot. Sorry. Yes, so it's not just like, oh, Avenged lost, I need to have them again. Anyway, so we are back on Unsigned Week next week.
That's
So
come around really fucking
it
quick.
has, hasn't it? Placeholder does not seem like 5 weeks ago because we had a week break. So,
No fucking way. No.
oh, it's 4 weeks ago this week because it'll be 5 weeks next week when we actually do it. But yeah, 4 weeks ago.
Da fuck.
Daffodil.
No. What have we done since then?
Royal Blood.
Today?
Yeah,
Any advance on that? Or
probably.
sick.
What did you choose last week? Periphery?
Periphery.
What did I choose the week before? An album 3 episodes ago. Check it out. So, Unsigned Week, we'll be reviewing My Dreams, My Rules by Swedish band Our Untold Story. and
Who we are both familiar with the singer.
the singer Xander Trurian. And yes, he is a friend of mine, but I will still be brutally honest. I choose the podcast over my friends.
I'm not going to lie. I have never listened to any of their stuff, but I know it's softer than what I would normally listen to.
It is softer. The first ever Deciphered podcast review, I believe, was the first ever, was when
Was
we
it
were
not
writing
Cryptic
stuff.
Thing
Sorry,
or-
not Deciphered podcast, just Deciphered, before it was a podcast. So years ago, I reviewed their EP. That was the first review I did, I think.
And that was called...
Our Untold Story, I think.
Oh, okay.
I hope so.
Original as fuck.
Yep, and finally, next week's topic will be sexism in rock and metal.
Oh.
Does it exist? Are we moving forwards correctly? And if so, or if not, what can we do to further progression of no
I
sexism
like it.
in metal?
I like it. This will be a good topic
Yeah,
to address.
we thought I thought while choosing the topic that after last week, 'cause this was almost chosen pretty much every week, and I thought, nah, not this week, too busy. I thought after last time's podcast of the disgustingness of
Ball
the
game.
allegations and stuff,
Ball
like that,
game.
and things that weren't allegations. And ball games, which we will never ever bring up again. I thought we'd go for a softer
Ball
one
game.
with Alter Bridge today, and that's been well. So
So
back on
now
to-
we're going back on the fucking hard shit.
yeah, not as hard, but still sexism,
Yeah, man.
which is a big topic.
Yeah, it is. And do you know what? It's about fucking time somebody addressed it.
Yeah, so
And
we're doing
gonna
it.
do it because we
Motherfuckers.
are fucking supportive of y'all females.
We are, or are we? Find out next we are.
we are. let's yeah. Sick one.
So it's been a fairly short one today.
It really has. And it's been first time back on the block after a week's break.
Yes.
Apologies that has come with very many faults and unpreparedness and go fuck yourselves.
Yes. Bye. Okay, bye.